kasi
Socrates was a Greek philosopher from Athens who is credited as a founder of Western philosophy and the first moral philosopher of the ethical tradition of thought. Socrates was a scholar, teacher, and philosopher born in ancient Greece. His Socratic method laid the groundwork for Western systems of logic and philosophy. I choose a thinker whose concept and sketches my interest, Socrates, which the quote is, "The first and the greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile." To me, this quote is talking about discipline, and in specific, self-discipline. In the full quote, it starts by stating the first and greatest victory is in the conquering of self. Not just the greatest victory, but the first victory. Nothing else is of consequences until you have gained some level of self-discipline or mastery of yourself. The quote continues, stating that to be conquered by your lack of self-discipline is the most shameful and vile of all fates that could befall you. Look at any number of powerful people who couldn't keep their trousers up. Sports figures, politicians, powerful international bankers, all broke down because they couldn't keep their pants up. Self-discipline failure? Yes. Lapses in self-discipline are not just for the high and mighty, though in countless divorce cases, and in the breakups of millions of relationships prior to that point, infidelity is a leading cause. Again, another lapse in self-discipline, and that's just one type of lapse in self-discipline. We humans have many weaknesses to be exploited. Is self-discipline important? Self-discipline is something anyone can have or lack. It isn't unique to a country, class, race, creed, color, or any of the other ways people divide humanity. Its presence and absence is as old as humanity. But without it, how could you walk past something you wanted without simply grabbing it? According to Socrates, self-control is the driving force of the soul, and it helps one to assume that required rationale in everything situation. He advocated for people to think critically in every situation to ensure they embrace good behavior and make the appropriate. In Plato's Gorgias, Socrates states in simple terms that by self-control he means ruling the pleasures and passions within oneself. According to Socrates, the soul is divided between rational and emotional elements, and the rational elements should always prevail over the emotional. To conquer yourself means to not let your instincts and desires dictate your actions. The more we diminish our worst passions, the better. If you don't control yourself, your worldly passions and desires will blind you, make you take irrational decisions, jeopardizes your future. From my experience, it isn't just one thing that causes me to break down and give into temptation. There has always been a chain of events that take place, leading up to the lapse in self-discipline. Think about that for a moment. If the chain can be broken at any point, you escape from the moment. Impulse control is probably the first step, and the most obvious one. From there, one has to go with what their family and society value in self-discipline. Different cultures and societies have had different rules about what was and not acceptable behavior, and every culture and society has had its share of temptations. Self-discipline can help us past these temptations. In his various accounts, Socrates revealed his ultimate embrace of self-control. He particularly advocated for the development of an ethical system whose core value is self-control. Socrates developed a system that entailed getting acquainted with the good and ensuring that the good behavior is portrayed. This implies that people can only attain self-control if they are aware of the moral requirements in a given situation. People have to be conscious of evil to appreciate the good.
thank you for watching. Bye!